After January 20th of this year, I kind of find myself in a mental decline. I tend to overload my brain with way too much information and not enough time to process it at all. And it's only been month one, and a lot has happened so far. It's not intentional, but I keep feeding my mind things and demanding more from it than it's capable of handling. And to that I say, sorry, brain. I'm reading The Three-Body Problem, for example, and while I'm only a quarter of the way through the first book, the themes have already begun to resonate deeply with me. One theme in particular has stayed with me, and thematically is what this video is about. Humanity is flawed. We are flawed. This theme is something I can't shake. It's been unintentionally reinforced by other media I've been consuming. Like, I started rewatching House, the show with the arrogant doctor and bizarre patient symptoms, season 2, episode 24, titled No Reason. Wild episode, by the way. The themes align closely with those in The Three-Body Problem. I cannot escape it. The universe, someone, is talking to me. Both explore how our minds distort reality, creating narratives influenced by subconscious fears and desires. In this episode, Dr. House, who's usually the one in control, is forced to confront his vulnerabilities and ethics. He faces a lack of control over both his life and his subconscious, revealing the deep insecurities he's always worked so hard to hide. It's been an unsettling time, and right now I am in Houston, Texas, where something unusual has happened.
Oh, here we are in Houston with the snow coming down.
It snowed more than it has since 1976, and I was not even alive then. A place known for its warm weather does not have the infrastructure to handle freezing temperatures. The snow is beautiful, but the disruption it caused took me back to 2020, during the pandemic, when everything shut down. We couldn't leave our homes, the streets were quiet, and we were left alone with nothing but our thoughts. And once again, my thoughts have grown loud. I found myself asking, how can we be so cruel to one another? How did we end up in a society where violence and death and corruption are normalized? Why does it feel like simply existing has become a punishment? These questions linger, echoing in my mind. But then I return to the book, the show, and the themes I've been grappling with, and it's a simple truth. Humanity is flawed. And this truth is something we must face even when it is uncomfortable. This isn't an excuse. It isn't even something we should lean on when we are struggling. It is a reminder that sometimes we have to go back to our basic fundamentals of humanity. Only then can we understand the potential for growth and change. But before all of that, we have to talk about fear. Because the 20th scared me. It scared my friends, it scared my family, to the point where we were accepting hysterical laughter over actual tears. Fear isn't just an emotion, it's a tool. Statistically, we are living in one of the safest periods in human history. According to global crime and violence metrics, such as those reported by the United Nations, homicide rates and war casualties are at a historic low. Yet if you asked anyone on the street, they tell you it feels more dangerous now than ever before. Why? Why is that? Because fear is cultivated, amplified, and weaponized. It thrives on perception rather than fact, and it's being used against us every single day. This powerful tool is often used to convince us of our own inadequacy. Those who wield it whisper that our flaws are insurmountable, painting a picture of stagnation where growth feels impossible. This kind of fear capitalizes on our insecurities, convincing us that we are trapped by our imperfections, unworthy of progress, and undeserving of success. It can become a self-perpetuating cycle. The more we believe in our limitations, the less likely we are to challenge them. Over time, this fear paralyzes us, leaving us stuck in a narrative where our flaws define us rather than drive us to evolve, and what we want to do is evolve. Most people won't pursue their passions until the fear of doing so is finally exceeded by the pain of not doing so. But it is appalling how high of a threshold we have for this quality of pain. This hits home. So often we find ourselves frozen by the fear of the unknown. We stay stuck, knowing what we want to do, but unable to take the leap of faith. The fear of failure can be paralyzing. But sometimes the pain of staying where we are becomes so unbearable, that is when we act. Fear ties back to our flaws, our tendency to wait until the last possible moment to take action because we fear what lies beyond our comfort zones. And there are some trying to destroy our comfort zones. They use fear as a tactic to elevate themselves, creating a dichotomy where the select few are portrayed as infallible, while the rest are deemed flawed by design. This manipulation encourages us to relinquish our agency, place trust in individuals or institutions deemed perfect by societal standards. It fosters dependency, teaching us to ignore our own critical thinking and instincts in favor of blind allegiance. This dynamic often perpetuates systems of power and control where fear is not just a personal struggle but a societal tool to enforce hierarchy and compliance. Recognizing this manipulation is crucial. It reminds us that while no one is immune to flaws, neither should anyone hold absolute dominion over how we navigate our own. But here's the thing. Every single one of us is flawed. And that's not unfortunate, it's simply true. We all have our flaws, our imperfections, but that does not define us. It is how we confront them and learn from them that leads to growth. It's how we turn those flaws into opportunities for transformation, not just within ourselves, but within our communities and society. That lack of control, fear, chaos is something we all know. It's something so universally human. And although fear can immobilize us, it also serves as a catalyst for change. It pushes us to face our obstacles and move forward despite our imperfections. In the end, these imperfections connect us, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Our flaws are what bind us together. And at the end of the day, embracing our flaws is part of the human experience. Recognizing them does not make us weaker, it makes us stronger. And it is in this recognition that we begin to change. We cannot change if we are afraid to face the truth about ourselves. And what is that truth? It's that we're human. Messy, complicated, and full of contradictions. We are capable of being mean, yet kind, cruel, yet compassionate. We are selfish and intelligent, beautiful and foolish, thoughtful and reckless, all wrapped in fragile, imperfect pieces of flesh. And as much as it frustrates me, I can't help but love that about us. Despite our flaws, we don't always let fear and darkness hold us back. In fact, some of humanity's brightest moments have emerged from the shadows. Historically, adversity has often been the spark for progress, whether that is scientific breakthroughs during the time of war, civil rights victories born from oppression, or artistic masterpieces inspired by pain. It's in those moments, against the odds, that we show our potential. That's why I know our greatest is yet to come. Your greatest is yet to come. And this is the reminder I needed for myself. We are flawed. We are human, but we are capable of great things. Don't let fear be used against you. I hope this is the reminder you needed too. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content.